transformative power of education. Connect to your future today. Visit lakemichigancollege.edu.
It's Macy's Friends and Family. Get ready for the holidays with an extra 30% off brands that rarely go on sale with your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off fragrance, skincare, makeup, and more great beauty gift ideas. Or shop specials they'll love while supplies last. Now at Macy's. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. Find something so you at Macy's Friends and Family.
The Legends of Golf return to the Jack Nicklaus Signature Golf Course in Harbor Shores, May 23rd through the 26th for the 2024 KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. Tickets are on sale now, starting as low as $30 and just in time for the holidays. Ticket options include flex tickets, flex 4-packs, and the popular Maker's Trail 19th hole. Tickets with rounds of golf at Harbor Shores are back too, and for those interested, limited volunteer opportunities are still available. Don't miss the return of Major Championship Golf and the lowest prices for the championship. Go to srpga.com to purchase today.
Get moving over the holidays. Hi, this is Sarah Lancaster with South Shore Health and Racket Club. Try out South Shore with no commitment using our 12 Days of Fitness punch card. For just $60, you can use the club 12 times. Jump in the pool, utilize the fitness floor, or take a group exercise class. South Shore's 12 Days of Fitness punch card is perfect for visiting family members or holiday gifts. You can purchase up to 2 punch cards that can be used through January of 2024. Get fit where you fit in at South Shore Health and Racket Club.
Hey, it's Jonny from the Morning Show, and I want to take a moment and talk to you about my friends at Hanson Beverage. They really understand that a well-hydrated and energized workforce is key to unlocking productivity and creativity. That's why we chose to have their PureFact water cooler and Keurig in our office. And as a Keurig authorized dealer, they have a ton of great flavors to choose from, including some of their holiday flavored coffees like pumpkin spice, peppermint bark, chai latte, and so much more. And let's not forget about hydration. Hanson Beverage takes water to a whole new level. Using their reverse osmosis system, you know you're getting high quality, great tasting PureFact water. I'm a bit of a water snob, and I know great tasting water, and they definitely have it. Hanson Beverage also understands the unique demands of both your office and your home, offering seamless delivery options and customizable packages. So you never have to worry about running out of your favorite brew or staying hydrated again. Hanson Beverage has you covered. So whether you're a coffee connoisseur or a water snob like me, make the smart choice. Get started by stopping by their office on Maiden Lane in St. Joe or go to hansonbeverage.com.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is News Talk Sports 94.9. WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. Depend on us. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
And good morning. Happy Monday. It's the 4th day of December. Got all kinds of fun stuff going on today. Hi, good morning again. I'm Ken Lundberg. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm solo today because apparently there are bugs going around. And one of the bugs has gotten co-host Johnny Reinhardt down. So he's out sick today. He started having the sniffles on Friday, and I chastised him for coming into work. So he decided not to come into work today so that he can get fully better, and I'm glad for it. So hopefully he feels better soon, and we'll continue the morning show. We have news, sports, traffic. Well, no traffic. I don't see any updates right now. We do have some rain on the roadways. Do be careful of that. We do have temperatures above freezing. We're looking at about 37 degrees right now in Benton Harbor, 39 degrees in St. Joseph. We had a 34 degrees up in South Haven right now. Again, cloudy skies today, probably going to get a 20% chance of these showers continuing through the morning hours and then tapering off by the afternoon. High today around 42 degrees. Tonight, a slight chance, 20% chance of rain or snow or a rain-snow mix by morning. The low is projected to be around 30 degrees. And then tomorrow, good chance of rain, 70% chance of rain-snow mix. A high tomorrow around 40 degrees. Again, later on in the week, we're looking at some highs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, up around 50, 55 degrees. So that'll be nice. More news and sports coming up next. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. For those of you watching on the video live stream, we do have that turned on. I think the audio is working this time. In our local news that we're following for you, look for new drain work in Bridgman to handle local flooding issues. A board of determination that was formed to decide whether a drain project is needed in that area to reduce flooding in Bridgman has concluded the work is indeed necessary. Berrien County Drain Commissioner Christopher Quatron tells us an area bounded by Lake, Pearl, Church, and Clark Streets is prone to flooding when it rains. That's because nearby Williams and Essig Drain, built in 1910, is no longer adequate to serve the area. Quatron says the Board of Determination back on November 21st heard from about 10 residents in the area who shared their multiple stories of area flooding.
Talking afterwards, after they met, they said it's pretty apparent that something needs to happen there. So now it's turned back over to the drain commissioner, which we're going to try to fast track this process. The week of the 12th, we're going to have our value analysis workshop, which we are going to start developing the scope of the repair, maintenance, expansion, and a redesign of that drainage system there.
Quatron says no new drainage district will be needed for this project. He believes the current drain needs to be expanded, sending the water collected into Tanner Creek, the creek that winds through Bridgman and empties into Lake Michigan. Quatron says he's aiming to fast track the improvements so work can be done in 2025. The Howard Trail Bridge behind the St. Joe Water Treatment Plant will be closed this week. St. Joseph Public Works Director Greg Grothaus tells us there's been an ongoing restoration project on the pedestrian bridge over the railroad track.
We've done a couple sections of the bridge. They remove all the decking off the bridge. What they call clean the steel. So they use some power impact equipment to knock all the rust, pack rust off the steel frame. Look for any holes in the steel frame and make repairs if needed.
Grothaus says the bridge needed some work, partly as a result of both city staff and residents using salt on it during the wintertime.
They would salt the bridge deck so it wasn't slippery so people could use it year round. And salt and steel don't like each other. So it sped up the deterioration of the steel.
The city will no longer use salt on the bridge. Grothaus says the final bit of work starts Monday with some cleaning and inspections. It's expected the bridge will be back open on Friday. Whirlpool Corporation is holding a Home for the Holidays online appliance sale to benefit the United Way of Southwest Michigan. United Way marketing manager Jennifer Tomczak tells us you'll be able to buy more than 100 different brand new appliances at discounts of up to 40%.
We're taking the inventory that didn't sell at the last in-person appliance sale, and we put all of the items online, and they are available for sale through the website that we created for it.
They have everything from stand mixers to kettles to blenders. Tomczak says the online sale will benefit people right here in Southwest Michigan through United Way.
It's a stress-free shopping opportunity, avoiding the holiday rush, shop from the comfort of your home, and help out your neighbors in the community who need the support of United Way.
The sales are pickup only, with pickup locations being the Whirlpool Warehouse on Hilltop Road in St. Joseph. Pickup days will be December 13, 14, and 18. We do have a link for more information on the sale at our website, WSJM.com. And for those of you who are still into skiing and snowboarding and the like, the ski hills in northern Michigan are officially open. Boyne Mountain and the Highlands started spinning their chairlifts on Friday. According to the resorts, this week brought the region's first substantial snowfall and the right temperatures needed for snowmaking. They've been making snow around the clock, and this week the resorts will close the slopes during the weekdays to focus on additional snowmaking before opening again on Friday for the weekend. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. We'll have a look at sports, traffic, or weather rather, and then our ABC national news coming up next.
Expanded ground assault in the Middle East. Israel telling Palestinians to flee even further south as the Biden administration works towards getting another pause back in place. The U.S. Supreme Court hearing arguments today on whether the bankruptcy deal for OxyContin maker.
All right. And good morning. Well, that's always fun. Unfortunately, Johnny's out today. Hey, good morning, everyone, on the live stream. Let's see who we have here. Oh, look at that. Commissioner Chokwe Pitchford. Teresa said hi. Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for watching the live feed, Kathy. Kathy's our front desk person. She's in charge of our first impressions. She's our director of first impressions. Bill's there. Hey, Bill. Let's see. Hope he doesn't have COVID. Yeah, I hope so, too. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because I was hanging out here with him in a closed environment for a long time. I'm feeling Just a little bit of a scratchy throat, but everything else is fine. But his took a little while to develop too. Hope you all had a good weekend. Let me know what you have going on. We do have our sports report happening right now on the air. And if I seem just a little bit discombobulated, it's because I am. This is typically a two-person show. And for the most of it, Jonny and I share a lot of the different things. He usually runs the board. I obviously have the news, but we have a lot of fun stuff anyway to talk about. So I look forward to talking more about that. Hopefully, you got some shopping done over the weekend. What still in search for the big get this year? If there's a popular thing out there for kids or adults or whomever, I'd really like to know what it is, because I've been scouring the different news feeds for what's popular among the children and among the adults, and not seeing it. So nothing has risen to the top yet as far as what the most popular in-demand thing is, but we're taking a look for that. So if you have ideas. So far, one of my boys is into fishing quite a bit, and so he wants nothing but fishing stuff. So I got inundated with requests for that again this weekend. Another of my sons, he's 18 and he's going to he's focused on college, but he's also focused on fashion stuff. So he's like, hey, what are the movie stars wearing? Could I get some of that? Yeah, that's not expensive at all. Let's see. Oh, Bill says he's just getting back into the normal day. Just got back from Florida last night. What were you doing in Florida, Bill? Was it work or pleasure? Did you go see the mouse at all? All right. Because I'm flying solo, got to get my stuff ready for the next break here. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you joining in the live stream on Facebook, TikTok, and where else are we? YouTube. Stay tuned. We got more on the morning show.
When I get big, I want to be a pediatrician. I want to be a lawyer when I grow up.
Our kids dream of who they'll be someday. And before we know it, someday becomes today. I'm Vicki Holt from True Blue Financial. College arrives sooner than any of us planned for. That's why getting started now is so important. At True Blue Financial, we'll help your family create a roadmap that leads to college while gaining all the tax advantages possible. We teach our children to dream big and believe in their ability to overcome any obstacle. By investing wisely, you can help tackle the financial obstacles and smooth the way for them to pursue their dreams. It's never too early or too late to start. Learn more about us at trueblue.financial or give us a call today.
True Blue Financial, independent, uncomplicated, dedicated.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through True Blue Financial, a registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Did you know if you're an adult living with asthma or COPD, getting sick with pertussis may result in severe complications? Pertussis, or whooping cough, is a serious respiratory illness. Vaccination is the best way to help protect against pertussis. Speak to your healthcare provider to ensure you are up to date on your Tdap vaccination. Learn more at lung.org.
The YMCA is just a starting point where the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community, living with sincerity, giving every day my everything. With my why, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror and everyone belongs. Find your why. Learn more at ymca.org for a better place.
Rain and snow showers are still possible during the day today. That will quiet down this afternoon down to cloudy skies. High temperatures at 42. As we head into this evening, just cloudy skies. But overnight, we'll see rain and snow develop, and we'll see that tomorrow. We'll drop to 30 tonight, rain and snow during the day tomorrow, and high temperatures only near 40 degrees. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Michaud.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Hey there. 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. Ken Lundberg here, flying solo. Jonny Reinhardt out sick today, so it's the WSJM Morning Show with Jonny and Ken. Jonny is enjoying from the comfort of his home because he's getting better from a bug that got him late last week. We do wish him well, and we'll hopefully see him tomorrow so that we don't have all these audio blips that I'm having right now. So anyway, some of the news of interest that we're covering for you this morning. We kept talking about Congressman George Santos last week. He's the New York congressman that basically right after he was elected to Congress, truth started coming out and challenging a lot of his narrative, his personal narrative. It took a year for Congress to oust him, and even now, some members of Congress say it was the wrong thing to do, including our local area congressmen who say because George Santos was never convicted of a crime, usually the threshold for expelling a member of Congress, they say he should not have been expelled. Even though a lot of stuff has come out that he misconstrued the truth, if not outright lied about his history and what he was doing with financial things. There was an ethics report from the House Ethics Committee that said George Santos conclusively was using campaign finance monies for personal benefit, including meals, Airbnbs, and Botox surgery. Congressman Bill Huizenga and Tim Walberg are two Berrien County representatives in the U.S. House. Both voted against expelling now former U.S. Representative George Santos. He was expelled from the U.S. House on Friday. The final vote was 311 to 114. You needed 2/3 of the majority of the House of Representatives to expel a member. So again, the final vote was 311 to 114, but our area congressman voting against expelling him. He is facing more than 20 federal charges related to misuse of campaign funds and benefits. He's also been caught in a host of lies during his campaign. Santos is just the sixth member of the House in U.S. history to be expelled. Huizenga told us last week he was concerned expulsion would become a political weapon if the House starts kicking members out when they've been accused of wrongdoing but have not been convicted in a court of law. After the vote, Huizenga issued a statement saying that while he finds the behavior of Santos to be appalling, he says every American deserves their day in court. Huizenga noted that in the modern era, no member has been expelled without a conviction. He adds, in America, even dirtbags deserve due process. That's a quote from the congressman. Walberg, meanwhile, has not issued a statement, but he also opposed the expulsion. The last member of Congress to be expelled was Ohio Congressman Jim Traficant, who was brought up on a lot of different charges and convicted, and he was expelled in 2002, I believe. Other Washington-related news. The fourth GOP presidential debate happens this week, Wednesday. It'll feature the smallest stage yet, with only a handful of candidates set to participate. Eyes will be on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley. Those two are still fighting for the big spot there. They are vying to be the main alternative to frontrunner Donald Trump. About 6 weeks to go until voting begins in the Iowa caucuses, and the debate is one of the last opportunities for candidates to pitch themselves before a national audience. The debate will be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's going to happen at 8 o'clock Eastern. The station hosting it this time is News Nation. The event will be moderated by former Fox News and NBC host Megyn Kelly, News Nation anchor Elizabeth Vargas, and Eliana Johnson, the editor-in-chief of the conservative news website, The Washington Free Beacon. The stage will be smaller than any of the three debates the Republican National Committee has held so far. Only three candidates appear to have definitely reached the polling and fundraising requirements from the RNC to participate. That is DeSantis, Haley, and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's campaign said earlier this month that it had met the donor requirement and, quote, all criteria needed to qualify for the debate, but the RNC doesn't agree with that so far. They so far have not yet confirmed whether Christie has qualified. The RNC raised its requirements for candidates to make the stage from the third debate from 70,000 to 80,000 unique donors, including at least 200 from 20 states and territories. Candidates must also reach at least 6% in two national polls, or in one national poll, or in two out of the four of the early voting states of Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina,
and Nevada. Once again, former President Donald Trump will not be at this debate. He said he's going to skip it, just like he has for the rest, and instead he's going to attend a private fundraiser. This is the first time that the former president is not holding counter programming during this event. So, anyway, if you want to watch the debate, it's coming up Wednesday. It'll be on News Nation. I'm sure you can find it streaming somewhere. It'll be simulcast on the CW. So if you get that, it's going to be there. So Wednesday, 8 o'clock. At least three candidates, maybe more. We'll see what the RNC says in the next 24 to 48 hours. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg, news director for WSJM. Jonny Reinhardt is out today. He's ill, and we're confident he'll feel better, hopefully, tomorrow. Crossing my fingers for that one. Temperature-wise, we're probably in the lower 30s in most of the area, 39 degrees right now in St. Joseph. It's 34 degrees up in South Haven and 37 degrees in Benton Harbor. Forecast-wise, we'll get an update from Perry Joe, who tells us that the temperature-wise, it's going to be pretty nice later in the week. Thursday and Friday, we're going to see highs probably in the low to mid-50s. But before we get to that, those highs later in the week, we're going to have to go through some snow-rain mix. This week, maybe tonight, we'll get some snow rain mix. Tomorrow, there's a 70% chance of precipitation. So just be aware of that. We'll have more news and sports and weather and everything else coming up in the morning show right here, coming up next.
At Sturgis Bank, it's our people that make the difference. Meet Patrick Swam, commercial lender for Berrien County.
My career in financial services started as a teller at a local.
All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, all kinds of stuff. Sports, let's see. Oh, Teresa says I'm doing good. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. It does open some questions. Way to get around. It does open some questions. Bill Dollar had a comment here. Let's see. It does open some questions that will be used as a way to get rid of people who don't agree with someone later. Not sure what that was. Bill, what happens if both you and Jonny are sick? I was thinking about that very thing. We should probably just have listeners come and facilitate. I think that'd be fun. Actually, I reached out to a couple of my folks this morning to see who might be interested in coming in and co-hosting this morning, because I like the conversation. I think it's fun. Unfortunately, because of the late last-minute notice, Sunday night and Monday morning, they weren't available. So I'm sure that if both of us are feeling down, we will find a way to bring in either guest hosts, or maybe we'll do it from our homes so that we're not contaminating people, because that's the last thing you want to see. And you saw me if you were watching during the news. I did have to dab my nose. So I promise I will disinfect the studio here in a moment. All right, I'm going to get back over here and figure out what we're going to talk about next. Oh, we've got some news coming up. That's good. In the Bloomberg Market Minute. Anyway, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate you. Don't forget, we do have our listener appreciation breakfast coming up. We'll all be clear of the virus by then. It's coming up on the 14th, December 14th. It's $9.49. We're going to have breakfast down at the Shadowland Pavilion. Down at Silver Beach, Shadowland. It's going to be inside, thank goodness. And Michael, Patrick Shields, Jonny Reinhardt, myself, we're all going to be doing our shows from there that morning, and just really interacting with listeners, rating you out on the show if you want to participate. And hopefully we'll have some good prizes organized by then. Look for an update later today, and I'll bring that to you tomorrow. All right, more coming up in just a few moments.
See StoreBellTire.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Here's Ross Willems from Willems Ford Lincoln on the Grange in South Haven.
Since 1972, Willems Ford has been servicing automobiles and trucks. Over those 50 years, technology has developed some amazing driving vehicles that more than ever require technician training to keep them performing like they were designed. The basics still require regular attention, like fluids, belts, brakes, battery and cooling system, and a four-wheel alignment will make your car track better and your tires last longer. New tires can help improve fuel economy, traction, and safety. At Willems Ford Lincoln, we have all the major brands and imports low price guarantee for your best deal. Don't wait to find yourself stranded at the wrong time. Call and make an appointment today with Corey or Sean and let our factory trained service techs keep your vehicle treating you well. And if you're a vehicle offender, see Rock Cover in our body shop for repairs that will make you forget the accident ever happened.
Make an appointment today with Sean or Corey by calling 637-2137 or at woodhamsford.com.
Victor deployed for first time to Afghanistan in 2003. 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said I required to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also have goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Being a foster grandparent has definitely given me a purpose in life.
I'm best to it because of her.
Foster grandparents are role models, tutors, and friends to children with exceptional needs.
So we go to the classroom and work with those children who are not on to their grade level.
As far as being a foster grandparent volunteer and watching the light up your kids' eyes.
And you can see their success, and it's really rewarding. I am so proud of the work that I do here.
It is the best
feeling in the world.
She helps me with reading time. I love Grandma Lydia. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma Carol. Thanks, Grandma Jen, for helping me.
I'm living again, and the foster grandparent did that for me. It's the best part of my life.
To learn more about how to become a foster grandparent and help children in need, call 1-800-942-2677 or visit SeniorCorps at nationalservice.gov.
I'm John Gonzalez.
And I'm Amy Sherman. Join us every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM as we go Behind the Mitten.
We'll take you all over Michigan, introduce you to incredible events, amazing people, and fun things to do.
We'll go above the bridge and from shore to shore, helping you to find your next great adventure.
That's Behind the Mitten, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
The Bloomberg Business Minute on WSJM is brought to you by Searches Bank and Trust, serving Maryland, Branch, Kalamazoo, St. Joseph, and Van Buren counties. Now with 2 new locations in St. Joseph, downtown, and on Cleveland Avenue. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. 4 airlines plan to merge. Alaska Air has agreed to buy Hawaiian Air in a cash and debt deal worth nearly $2 billion. They're pushing ahead despite the Justice Department filing a record number of challenges last year to corporate mergers and a pending antitrust challenge to JetBlue's takeover of Spirit. There's also a merger in the works in the drug industry. Roche has agreed to pay as much as around $3 billion for Karma Therapeutics, which is developing its own versions of wildly popular weight loss drugs. Roche into competition with rival Novo Nordisk, which makes the drugs Wegovy and Ozempic. The November Gender Board is due Friday. The return of United Auto Workers to assembly lines after their strike is expected to drive a pickup in the payroll. The numbers are projected to show 180,000 jobs added. That will still leave average job growth over the past 3 months, down about 100,000 from the pace seen earlier in the year. Stock futures are slipping on this Monday morning. Gina said that.
Oh, well, that's fun. Well, I hit that.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
And good morning. Trying to work out the bugs here. This is Cam Lundberg here. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Johnny is off today. He is under the weather with a little bit of bug. We wish him well. Hopefully we'll see him back tomorrow. Traffic note. I did know we had a traffic note coming in. Blossom Land Bridge has had a malfunction. We're going to watch for updates on this. and apparently it is stuck in the open position, or at least it was at last report. Please be advised, we got this from the city of St. Joe, the Blossomland Bridge, the crossing at the river at Main Street and M63 has malfunctioned in the open position, and so MDOT is working to correct the issue. They're asking you please find an alternate route at this time until they get that issue totally cleared and fixed. So once again, if your morning commute takes you over the Blossomland Bridge, there's a detour in effect right now. Please be advised the Blossomland Bridge crossing at the river of Main Street and M63 has malfunctioned and stuck in the open position. MDOT is working to correct the issue. Officials are asking you to please find an alternate route until they get that fixed up.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. In other local news, the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office reports that early yesterday, just before 3 a.m. on Sunday, law enforcement received several calls about a dark-colored sedan traveling eastbound at I-94 highway near mile marker 56. The vehicle was described as driving erratically all over the roadway at high speeds and unable to stay in a single lane. Deputies located the car about 7 miles later. A traffic stop was attempted, but the vehicle refused to stop, and a pursuit ensued. Spike strips were deployed but were unsuccessful. They eventually were able to stop the suspect with stop sticks at the US 131 interchange. Deputies arrested the driver without incident. The passenger had a visible firearm in his waistband. Deputies were able to safely remove the gun and the passenger after a brief struggle and place the passenger into custody as well. The firearm was found to be stolen. Both suspects are awaiting arraignment on multiple charges. 3 Berrien County school districts have signed on to take part in a lawsuit against social media companies because of their effects on young people. Named in the lawsuit are Facebook and Instagram owner Meta Platforms, TikTok, and Snapchat. St. Joe Public Schools, Eau Claire Public Schools, and New Buffalo area schools have all joined in the lawsuit. School officials say social media has a negative effect on young people, damaging their mental health and their ability to learn. There isn't yet an estimate on what kind of damages the schools are seeking, but if the suit is successful, the funds would go to mental health programs. Applications are now open for the next round of Berrien Community Foundation scholarships. The foundation's list, Lisa Cripps Downey tells us the foundation manages a wide variety of scholarships for both graduating high school seniors and adults who are expanding their education. Downey says the scholarships are all possible thanks to generous donors. Cripps Downey says getting one of the scholarships is usually more about your interests and goals, not whether you've earned straight A's in school. Students can apply for multiple scholarships and only have to fill out one application to do so. The deadline to apply is February 1. You can find the applications of the Berrien Community Foundation at their website, or you can check our website out, WSJM.com, for more information. And area Congressman Bill Huizenga has introduced legislation seeking to increase transparency at the National Institutes of Health, the NIH. He tells us the Grant Reform and NIH Transparency Act would require the creation of a mechanism to share NIH's internal grant-making information with independent outside researchers. Huizenga says requiring the NIH to explain its decisions will hold its managers more accountable and give the public insight while making the grant process more competitive and more efficient. He adds that under the current process, the NIH once provided funding for the EcoHealth Alliance system to partner with Wuhan Institute of Virology in China to study bat coronaviruses. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Again, a traffic note for you this morning. If your commute involves Blossomland Bridge, there is a detour. We're getting note from the city officials of St. Joe that please be advised the Blossomland Bridge, the crossing at the river where Main Street and M63 has malfunctioned in the open position, and MDOT is working to correct the issue. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get more information on that one. But again, if your commute involves the Blossomland Bridge, a detour in effect right now, find an alternate route and be safe. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. We've got more sports and weather and a lot more information coming up soon on the WSJM Morning Show.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. Police in mid-Michigan say the investigation into a trolley accident at a holiday parade will begin in earnest today. 16 people were injured after the trolley flipped over ahead of the Santa parade in St. John's Friday afternoon. Bystanders provided immediate assistance before police, fire, and ambulance personnel took over, tending to the injured. All those taken to hospitals have been treated and released. Alcohol is not considered a factor, but the investigation goes on. One person has been shot in Muskegon Heights early this morning, which TV reports the person was found in front of the Muskegon Heights police station on Baker Street, but there's no word where the shooting happened. The person was shot in the abdomen. Ski hills in northern Michigan are now open. Roaring Mountain and the Highlands started spinning their first chairs of the season on Friday. According to the resorts, this past week brought the region's first substantial snowfall. I'm Beth Fisher for the Michigan News Network.
The rise of COVID-19 brought a rise of scams. Stay immune with these tips. Remember, no trusted source will ask your Social Security, bank account, credit card, Medicare ID, or driver's license numbers over the phone. If someone you don't know asks for money through a payment app or prepaid gift card, say no. Learn more about COVID-19 scams at consumerfinance.gov/coronavirus. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Hatfield Pork brings flavor to the table the whole family will enjoy and keep you moving through the day. With over 24 distinct flavors that can be ready in minutes, it's food you can feel good about serving. Explore endless meal possibilities with Hatfield's variety of marinated pork, ground sausage, ham, and bacon. Find your flavor with Hatfield. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and to find a retailer near you.
Stunning sights, more clicks, web design done, Websticks.
When you talk to the team at Websticks, it's a sign of a new beginning for your company's website. A fresh start, no more broken links, old information, dated pictures, or searching for the person or business.
All right. Let's see. Teresa says, I hope you're not getting sick. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah. It's tough to say this time of year because you get all kinds of funny things happening. Some people get the allergies from the different variations in the temperature. I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat. I will confess that. But I think it's going to be okay. Anyway, other things that are happening, we'll talk about the Federal Reserve. You know, they were hoping that interest rates could be eased in the coming weeks. And apparently, because everything is rallying so much, they may not be able to do that as quickly as they thought. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then anything else that's catching your eye or ear this morning? Again, hopefully they're able to rectify that situation at the Blossom Land Bridge. If you didn't catch that, the Blossom Land Bridge has a detour right now. Please be advised the Blossom Land Bridge crossing at Main Street and 63 over the river has malfunctioned in the open position. So at least, hopefully, at least the ships can get through. If there is any that are trying to get through there this morning, this time of day. MDOT is apparently working to correct the issue. The officials are asking you to find an alternate route at this time. So we're going to check on that one to see if we can get any further information. All right. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. We really appreciate you. If you're just tuning in, then you notice that I'm here alone. Yeah, Johnny has abandoned me again. That's all right. He's doing it for the good of himself. He's got to get better. He caught a bug late last week and apparently didn't get much better over the weekend. So hopefully he's just about healed now, and we'll see him tomorrow. All right, stay tuned. We've got more information coming up. Thanks.
In every area of the Strait, including the south. Massive missile strikes as Hamas fired rockets into southern Israel. The Israeli military claiming it hit hundreds of terror targets in northern and southern Gaza this weekend.
The resumption of fighting sparking renewed concern about a wider conflict. There was an attack on 3 commercial ships in the Red Sea on Sunday. No injuries reported, but the ships were damaged. The U.S. Supreme Court hearing arguments today over a nationwide settlement with OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma. Under the bankruptcy deal, members of the Sackler family, which owns Purdue, would be exempt from civil lawsuits over the toll that opioids have taken on the American public. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
The Great Lakes State is becoming the home to some of the best football in the country. Well, for that matter, the universe. The Lions are tied for the second best record in the NFL, and now the University of Michigan is back to number 1 in the AP and playoff rankings. Following Michigan's 26-0 win over Iowa in the Big Ten title game on Saturday night, the Wolverines, while on their way back to Ann Arbor, saw that not only have they been ranked number 1 in the college football AP rankings for the first time since the 1997 season, which is also when the Wolverines won the national championship, but the College Football Playoff Selection Committee also ranked them number 1 overall. Michigan will head to Pasadena to face number 4 seed Alabama in the Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day. The other semifinal takes place in the Sugar Bowl between number 2 Washington and number 3 Texas. Undefeated Florida State missed out on the playoffs. The first time an undefeated Power 5 conference champion has been excluded from the playoffs. The national title game will be on January 8th in Houston. As for the Lions, Detroit was in New Orleans to take on the Saints, looking for a rebound after the loss to Green Bay on Thanksgiving. And the Lions started fast, scoring 3 touchdowns in the first quarter of the game for a 21-0 lead. New Orleans battled back, but Detroit came away with a 33-28 win over the Saints. Lions rookie tight end Sam Laporta had an historic day for Detroit, making 9 catches for 140 yards and this touchdown in the first quarter.
Jared, long count, leans in. There's the snap. Back, looking, throwing, caught. End zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Sam Laporta, number 6 of the year for the rookie.
Dan Miller on the Lions Radio Network and Rock 107 WIRX. The Lions sit at 9-3 on the road again on Sunday at Chicago. The Bears were off this week. The Colts were in Tennessee to beat the Titans 31-28 in overtime. Monday Night Football tonight at Cincinnati at Jacksonville. In the NHL, the Chicago Blackhawks have slipped back to the bottom of the league standings after a 4-1 loss in Minnesota last night. Taylor Radish had the only goal for Chicago. NBA tonight, the Pacers host Boston at 7:30. Women's college basketball last night, Michigan State over Miami of Ohio 89-44, and North Dakota over Eastern Michigan 64-56. High school basketball tonight, the start of the girls' season, with only a handful of games, including Bangor and St. Joseph. That's the head coaching debut of our own Brett Rakowski on the Bangor sidelines. River Valley is at Dowagiac at 5:45 as part of a girls-boys doubleheader. Brandywine is at Sturgis, and Bloomingdale is at Lawton. In boys basketball, the aforementioned game between River Valley and Dowagiac, Hartford is at Howardsville Christian, and Marcellus is at Lawton. For the rest of the scores from last night and the schedule for today's games, check out this station's website. With the morning sports for Monday, December 4th, I'm Dave Wolf.
Hi, this is Brian Lewis of Campbell Ford Niles, and it's that time of the year we do our annual Philly F-150 food drive. You come in here and you buy or purchase a newer pre-owned vehicle, we're going to donate for 10 canned goods, $100 towards your deal, up to $500 for 50 canned goods on the purchase release of your next new pre-owned vehicle. And you don't have to purchase a vehicle here at Campbell's. Just come on by and drop off some canned goods and put them in the back of the truck. We appreciate everything you can do. We donate the canned goods to the Niles Food Bank in town. Help us support the community this holiday season. Campbell Ford, where the best bottom line is always at the state line.
This is your Shamrock Impact Update, informing you of the ways in which Berrien Springs Public Schools makes a difference through innovation and creativity in education. Berrien Springs Public Schools is committed to cultivating lifelong learners. Through a vast array of flexible, multi-sensory classroom environments, students are given the autonomy to discover how they learn best. With the focus on attendance, achievement, and engagement, they are provided with educational opportunities to maximize their potential and pursue continuous learning. This is the Shamrock Way.
This is Catherine Craig, senior at Berrien Springs High School. I'd like to invite you to visit homeoftheshamrocks.org to learn more about how students experience the Shamrock Way at Berrien Springs Public Schools. Berrien Springs Public Schools, together inspiring students to think, learn, achieve, and care in a global community.
Government debt, shaky stock market, high interest rates, healthcare costs, higher taxes. Is what you have going to be enough? We live in very uncertain times. Are you prepared for the future?
Hi, this is Tom Austin of Austin Tax and Financial. Times have changed. In today's day and age, it pays to plan ahead. Remember, it wasn't raining when Noah built the ark.
429-1585. Services offered by Capital Asset Advisory Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Taking the fear out of your future. Austin Tax and Financial.
Thanks, Tom Austin.
Do you love Christmas music?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
There's a radio station that right now is playing nothing but holiday music. That station is Sunny 101.5 FM.
Oh, we love Christmas like this very minute.
All Christmas music all the time.
All I want for
Michiana's home for the holidays is Sunny 101.5 FM, the Christmas music station.
This holiday season, it's time to warm things up for someone special in your life. From Boss Services, it's the heartwarming holiday giveaway. Your chance to pay it forward and nominate someone to win a brand new, fully installed furnace. Once again, Boss is giving away 2 furnaces to 2 deserving people in Southwest Michigan. Visit thebossservices.com and click on Heartwarming Holiday Giveaway to nominate someone to win by December 11th. From everyone at Boss Services, have a warm and wonderful holiday season.
From ABC News Tech Trends, it was 4 years ago when Tesla CEO Elon Musk first pulled the wraps off the Cybertruck, and now the first production versions of the pickup are hitting the road.
Finally, the future will look like the future.
At a live event Thursday, 10 customers took delivery of the first consumer-ready Cybertruck. The electric pickup was initially targeted for a 2021 launch, but faced numerous production delays.
And it's interesting to see Elon Musk very candid with the struggles that the brand has faced getting the Cybertruck to market.
Inside EV's Kevin Williams says since the Cybertruck was unveiled, other electric pickups have hit the market from brands like Ford, GM, and Rivian. So he says the jury's out as to whether Tesla's foray into the high-margin pickup market will be successful.
For every person that thinks it's going to flop, there's like 2 that think it's going to be a wild runaway success. I don't think anybody knows.
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike DeBusky, ABC News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate for the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
WSJM Weather You Can Depend On is sponsored by Boss Services, raising the standard for heating, cooling, and electrical in Southwest Michigan. Boss Services.
Rain and snow showers are still possible during the day today. That will quiet down this afternoon down to cloudy skies. High temperatures at 42. As we head into this evening, just cloudy skies. But overnight, we'll see rain and snow develop, and we'll see that tomorrow. We'll drop to 30 tonight, rain and snow during the day tomorrow, and high temperatures only near 40 degrees. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
And good morning. Happy Monday to you. Hoping it's going okay for you. Rain seems to have tapered off in many areas. We're looking at maybe a 20% chance of additional showers coming up, as Carrie Peugeot mentioned a moment ago, but really excited about those temperatures that could be up in the 50s for highs later on this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, looking at highs probably around 50 or 55 degrees, depending on which day you take a look at. I'm Ken Lundberg. This is the WSJM Morning Show. Jonny out today, feeling a little under the weather, so hopefully we'll have him back in studio tomorrow. Talking about the economy, one of the things that caught my eye over the weekend from Market Watch was how everything has recently rallied. November was a rally month. U.S. stocks saw their best month since summer of 2022. Bonds clinched their best month since the 1980s. But in markets, sometimes too much of a good thing isn't good. Case in point, the huge easing in financial conditions in November has raised concerns about the outlook for the Federal Reserve interest rates or interest rate cuts that people were hoping for. Some are worried that if these kinds of rallies in economic strength continue, the central bank might not be able to cut interest rates as quickly as investors would expect and hope for. Investors have been keeping an eye on financial conditions ever since the Federal Reserve started suggesting that the surge in Treasury yields could be doing a lot of the central bank job for it, potentially allowing the central bank to forego more interest rate hikes. Other senior Fed officials are saying
They think the tighter financial conditions eventually found their way into the November policy statement, saying that tighter financial and credit conditions for households and businesses are likely to weigh on economic activity, hiring, and inflation. And the statement also said that economists took this as confirmation that the Fed saw higher yields as an ally in its battle against inflation. So as long as inflation stays high, they say the interest rates can stay high, which is bad news for consumers, especially those who are seeing the high interest rates on credit cards, home loans, and car loans and the like, keep them from making purchases. Fed Chair Jerome Powell did not say a word about this topic when he spoke on Friday. The Fed is in a pre-meeting blackout period later this week. Investors must wait until probably December 13th to get more indications from the Fed on what they're thinking as far as when the next interest rate cuts might come. Speaking a little bit about the economy and population growth in Michigan, or at least the work to try to grow the population here. Governor Gretchen Whitmer last week, the task force on Michigan's stagnant population released a draft report, and they are advocating for an overhaul of the state's education system, 2 free years of college, and heavy infrastructure investments. It's a 40-page draft report. They're looking for ways to build Michigan's population back up. It calls for investments in high-paying jobs and vibrant and inclusive communities as part of an approach to make Michigan a top 10 growth state by the year 2050. Some of the proposals have been previously reported, and some details are quite vague. Officials were quick to stress that the draft document remains subject to change. A final version of how to grow Michigan's population, the report from the governor and her task force, is due on December 15th. We've had a couple of local voices on this task force. One of them was on the task force proper with voting on the recommendations, and another was another area state, former state senator John Prost was on that as well to help the committee work through some of their infrastructure questions. So we'll reach out and find some more information on those. Again, there's nothing final. The draft comes as Governor Whitmer and other Michigan leaders say they're getting serious about decades of population stagnation that has affected the state. The state, which is still the 10th most populous in the nation, has ranked 49th in growth since 1990, ahead of only West Virginia, prompting job shortages statewide and other looming financial and quality of life challenges. So again, some of the changes that the draft report indicated last week was schools create a more stringent education standard that Michigan students would be expected to meet to graduate from high school, adding a 13th year of school for those who don't meet that new standard. In cities, provide rapid transit connecting downtowns to the suburbs, building out trails and sidewalks that connect neighborhoods, and providing accessible green spaces. In the area of economic development, use novel programs and incentives to retain college graduates and target high-tech, high-wage industries. They want to see the gas tax ditched, move to a miles traveled fee that's used currently in some states to replace the gas tax because electric vehicle owners don't pay that tax that often funds repairs and road improvements. The plan also calls for adding tolls to fund road construction. It calls for the draft calls for some tax changes, overhaul the 1978 Headley Amendment and Proposal A of 1994, which limits how quickly local communities can raise property taxes, and also site readiness, develop better site development for businesses, an effort that was initiated in 2022 with the $2 billion Strategic Outreach and Attraction Reserve Fund, which was recently repositioned as the Make It in Michigan Fund. So a lot of changes are in draft form and being floated to see what kind of community and state support they can receive. We'll talk with some area lawmakers, current, former, about that and see what their thoughts are on that. Because it's as area Republicans have said, this could just turn into a whole lot of new taxes and not a lot of development. And that's what they're fearing, that could actually have the converse reaction to what they're hoping to accomplish, which is population growth. They say could result in a population decline. So anyway, let's look at some additional news happening on the local level here. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We'll have more in just a moment, and news coming up
at 8 o'clock. Again, if you're in the area of Blossomland in St. Joe, the Blossomland Bridge, there was a notice that we received earlier today, and I've not got an update on that, so I'm assuming that this detour is still in effect. The Blossomland Bridge, be advised, the crossing at Main Street and M63 has malfunctioned. The bridge is stuck in the open position. MDOT is working to correct the issue, so please find an alternate route. Sorry about that for your commute this morning. This is the WSJM Morning Show. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Give the gift of deliciousness from the Mason Jar Cafe. Right now, for every $100 you purchase a Mason Jar Cafe gift card, get a $25 gift card free. Use your gift cards to enjoy a hearty farm-to-table breakfast, a great lunch, fantastic coffee drinks, or great Mason Jar merch like hats and shirts. Buy online at masonjarmenu.com or stop by to get yours before the end of the year. The Mason Jar Cafe in the heart of the Benton Harbor. Local, organic, farm fresh, and a perfect gift.
Looking for an opportunity to reach your full potential? Look no further than Lake Michigan College. With a wide range of programs including nursing, business, and technology, they provide the education and support you need to succeed. Their experienced faculty and staff are committed to helping you achieve your goals. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your career to the next level, connect to your future today. Visit lakemichigancollege.edu.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone.
All right. I think I did that right. Hi. Hey, thanks to everyone who has joined the WSJM Morning Show on the live stream today. We video stream every day from 7 to 8 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. If you want to see us somewhere else, just let us know. Teresa says she loves Christmas music. We have not got any answer from Bill on whether or not he saw the mouse. And I think she was talking about Disney World. But it sounds like it was a last-minute trip, so I'm going to guess that Bill probably did not make arrangements to go to Disney World. Has anyone gone to Disney World? And, I mean, it seems to me like you could take a month to explore everything that's there. Just getting into the complex is a major endeavor. Oh, got to get back here.
WS.
See, on the morning show, every morning from 7 to 8 a.m., we live stream on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and sometimes Johnny and I have such good conversations, we forget on the live stream, on the video live stream, that we forget to come back here and talk on terrestrial radio. So we apologize for that. I just almost did it again. And I have an actual legitimate excuse because Johnny's out today. He's sick, so I'm taking over the reins here. So I've got the control room board here, really not watching the clock. I'm trying to as much as I can. If you are commuting this morning in the St. Joe area and your travels include the Blossomland Bridge, we did get a message from the city of St. Joe earlier this morning about 7:30, a little before 7:30, that the Blossomland Bridge is under a detour right now. Please be advised, the Blossomland Bridge crossing the river at Main Street and M63 has malfunctioned in the open position. MDOT's working to correct the issue. Please find an alternate route. If you're in that area and if you see any updates on that, if the bridge is working and they just haven't told us yet, let us know and we'll get the word out there as well. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. We'll get ready for some more local news. That is coming up next.
From Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners agency in St. Joseph and Niles.
In a world where everything is chaotic and changing, we are at least consistent here in the community and for them as well.
You know, when you purchase something online, it's
All right. Sorry about that. I had to go and do some stuff on the terrestrial radio. So I want to thank you for joining on the live stream video this morning. If there's ever anything that you think we could be doing better, let me know. Let us know. We appreciate all your questions, comments, and continuous improvement as well. All right. Have a great morning. I'll turn off the stream here in a few minutes. But again, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
And now, so that they can put a face to it.
Some things are too important to buy online. IMS, your local auto owners agency in St. Joseph and Niles. Watching over you. IMS.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. It's make sure you know the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right. Visit NHTSA.gov. Strive the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Wolf Financial Advisory. When it's important to you, it's important to us. Wolf Financial Advisory.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Foster with Wolf Financial Advisory. This holiday season, amidst the joyous carols and twinkling lights, Wolf Financial Advisory extends a warm holiday greeting to you and your family. In a year filled with challenges and triumphs, we're grateful for the trust you've placed in us. As you hang your stockings and decorate the tree, remember, our commitment to your financial well-being remains steadfast. Let's embrace the spirit of the season, a time for reflection, gratitude, and new beginnings. From our family at Wolf Financial Advisory to yours, we wish you a Christmas filled with happiness and a new year rich in prosperity. Wolf Financial Advisory, guiding your financial journey through the holidays and beyond. Visit us at wolffinancialadvisory.com.
Securities and advisory services are offered through USA Financial Securities. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
When it's important to you, it's important to us. Wolf Financial Advisory.
Talking to Ryan and Jamie from Full Circle Cafe in Stevensville. How'd you get your name?
We grew up in Stevensville and the surrounding areas, and when it was time to go explore other opportunities, we did that. But this has always been home and continues to be our home, and it's truly a full circle moment to have this restaurant and this opportunity.
Well, tell us a little bit about your food.
Our dishes are seasonally inspired. We try to have things that are warming up, warm soul, and we also like to use as much local produce as we can in our dishes.
Full Circle Cafe and Espresso Bar at the corner of West John Mears Road and St. Joseph Avenue, Stevensville.
I'm Michael Ross from City Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, home of the Crew and Blues. It's kind of a misconception in some cases when I've asked people, and is, well, you guys are very expensive. And, that's not true. You get what you pay for. And